Hey guys, Stealth here, and welcome back to the Silent Service. This is Cold Waters, and I just got a new submarine, USS Snook, SSN 592, after losing the Pargo due to torpedoes exploding in the tubes, or just outside of them. Anyway, we are dealing with a wolf pack of enemy Victor or November class submarines that will attempt to break out into the North Atlantic within the next 7 days. So we are tasked with finding them and killing them off. Weapons free, avoid detection by ASW patrols, and radio silence until otherwise directed. Let's see, rearm and repair. I'm not going to be bringing any Mark 16s today. I'm going to go for Mark 37s only. I simply don't trust the Mark 16s enough. Now this does take me more than a day to load all of these weapons, but I'm just going to go with it. Now interestingly, this ship has 6 forward firing tubes as opposed to just 4. Anyway, we're looking for a Victor or a November wolf pack. I'll be patrolling the Norwegian Sea a little bit and hope that the SOSUS network... Oh, that might be them. Shit, if that's them, then they already made it out into the North Atlantic. I'm just hoping that this is them, operating in the Greenland Sea. Try and get into the path. Come here, damn it. I'm not going to chase you into those shallows. Come here. Okay, bearing 095, distance 01. Close to 15,000 yards and rig for ultra quiet. Now you can see a different design of the submarine. Far larger sail here. The ship is also a bit faster, but I'm not sure about its sound signature. It might be generating more noise. And this is going to potentially impact my detectability. Skipjack class. Now, do we have a layer? We do not have a layer. Okay. Now, if we are in fact dealing with the submarines that I'm looking for, then they have a possibility of being really, really quiet. And they're 15,000 yards out, so it's very well possible that I haven't detected them yet. And that is going to take a while before I actually do. So I'm going to be zigzagging a little bit, trying to find these things, and then hopefully jam some torpedoes into them before getting hit myself. Sonar's not picking up... Oh, actually sonar is picking up something. Bearing 155. And they're cavitating. So we know that we're definitely dealing with a submarine. Just not quite sure what sort yet. We'll stop. Let's check for a November class. Not quite. Oh shit, are we dealing with Foxtrots? We could. We could very well be dealing with Foxtrots. And beside that, this guy could be really, really close if this is accurate at 3,000 yards. 85% accurate. There he is. 95% solution. Very, very slow, boys. Very, very slow. Again, I doubt that these things are operating alone. He's cavitating again. Speed 8 yards. 2,000... Sorry, speed 8 knots. Fire one. I'm gonna have to actively steer this torpedo to the target again, because no way he's going to get to that thing Especially the depth all by himself. So far the target's not responding. So I don't think that he's actually heard the torpedo yet, especially with his forward sonar active. He's not going to detect anything coming in from his side. And he is cavitating. He's speeding up, but holding at 10 knots. By the looks of it, the torpedo still hasn't acquired, but this target has acquired the torpedo. Dropped a noisemaker. I think the torpedo's going for him. Fortunately, it's a diesel-electric submarine, not really equipped to outrun torpedoes. So all he can do is hope to drop noisemakers. And that's exactly what he's doing. We're going to let the torpedo steer away from the noisemaker. Once again, make a right turn. This is doing it all by himself. Reacquire the target. Foxtrot reacquired. Closing in. We lost the target, but the torpedo hasn't. He drops a noisemaker. We are not going to go for the noisemaker. We're going to go right for the enemy submarine. Gotcha. Alright, so that's you. Now the question is, where are your friends? Because I very much doubt you're operating alone. Anyway, first kill for this new sub. And there he is on the bottom. Okay, so that's one. I'm expecting at least one more. Potentially two. And again, they're not the targets that I'm looking for. But any dead submarine on the enemy team is a good submarine. So we're just gonna have to patrol this area and wait for the sonar to pick them up. And that could take a while. I'm not gonna reload tube 1 yet because it will make noise and I don't want to emit anything at the moment. Still hear the enemy submarine creaking and moaning among the pressure from all the water. But he might be making it difficult to actually detect the other submarines. Because he's so damn loud. At least, again, I'm not sure if that's actually modeled in the game. But normally when you have a shipwreck this close, you're going to hear all sorts of noises from imploding compartments depending on the depth. His depth is, I don't know, 1,500 feet maybe, at which point he should be imploding. So you're going to see escaping water, or you're going to hear escaping water, escaping air, water crushing the compartments. Might make it difficult for my sonar to detect other contacts. According to this, there are no other vessels nearby. Okay, we're going to look for the main target. Okay, there was no other ship nearby, it was just one Fox. Fine. Excellent result, not your mission. Yeah, I know. I know. I think that's them, far on the left of the screen. Getting there is going to take forever. Right, what do we have? Allied forces re-enter West Germany. No decisive initiative can for the moment be said to be held by either side. But at least we're back in West Germany. That's a good development. So long as that enemy submarine group does not destroy any more of our NATO groups. Especially the resupply convoys. Disappointed. Be more aggressive. Great. We didn't find him. Terror from the deep. New mission objectives. Enemy Cresta-class cruiser will sail from Murmansk and attempt to break out through the Iceland-UK gap. This cruiser is armed with long-range cruise missiles and can wreak havoc on vital NATO supply convoys. Understood. So we're going to be laying in wait in the Iceland-UK gap, which is where we are at the moment. And I'm going to be trying to move towards the position where I'm expecting him to be, which is more or less along this line. And try to intercept him way before he gets too close. That's a submarine group. I'm not looking for submarine groups. Hello? Where are you headed? Never mind that. I probably know where you're headed. Bearing 139er designates 01. Close to 10,000 yards. It's getting awful close. I want to try and get an advantage on this guy. 139er, that's there. Maybe, yeah, a bit more here. Or at least along that bearing. Do we have any... Yes, we do have a surface layer. Moderate duct at 315, so that's where we're going to be heading. Listen above the duct. What do we have? Designate 01, 02, 03. Let's have a listen to 01. I'm not expecting a submarine, but they might have a submarine escort. And this 01 is not the cruiser that we're looking for. Neither is 02. 03 perfectly marks up as a Cresta-class cruiser. How about these? Kotlin, definitely. This one, another Kotlin. Shit. Okay. Let's try to build a firing solution and find out where these guys are, and especially how close they are at the moment. At least they're heading my way. I like that. 13,000 yards. I want to know about this Kotlin. Not the other guy. I'm not too worried about this Kotlin. This one is the one I want to find out about. There's the Cresta. Range 12,000 yards. We're still building a solution on this Kotlin. 60%. He's getting quite close already. This Kotlin is at 10,000 yards. 77, 81. There. 2,800 yards. There he is. Tubes 2 and 3. Tube 2, away. Tube 3, away. Wire breakage on tubes 2 and 3. That's unfortunate. We're going to have to make do. Reload 1, 2, and 3. He's probably going to find these well in advance. So far he has not given me indication that he... Yep, there we go. Speeding up, making a starboard turn. He's not interested in getting hit by torpedoes. I can imagine. Now, one of our torpedoes, both torpedoes have gone active. They're still looking for the target. They're not likely to find them though. He's running at 30 yards, sorry, 30 knots. This one 30 knots. That one's 11 knots. Alright. My primary target is the Cresta cruiser. So I want to go deep and chase him down. Allied flank, we're cavitating. There we go. Alright, I have 6 torpedo tubes ready to go. But this Cresta, holy shit, 34 knots. Fortunately, this one's a bit faster than the previous sub I had. Hold on. He's pretty much coming directly for me. He is coming directly for me. I'm pretty convinced that that cruiser is not going to just eat one of my torpedoes and die. And since I can always rearm at base, I'm going to tell a couple of these torpedoes to start looking for the target. Alright, we're going to try and direct one of these torpedoes to the target. He's maneuvering. 34 knots, making a hard starboard turn. Correction, hard port turn. Yeah, my torpedoes are not looking like anything at the moment. How much do I have left? Plenty. Yep, he's not going to get hit by those. That's for sure. He's running off again. Wire brake on 3, reload 3. Go a bit shallower, passing 600. I'm gonna get above the layer again. Keep an eye on these guys. Passing 300, hold. Brake for ultra quiet. Slow down. The Kotlin is still not really at a position where we know. And that other Kotlin, I haven't heard of him for quite a while. The Cresta is still running the hell away. Let's see what we have. Multiple aft launchers. A helo that he should have launched. Torpedo tubes. 5 port, 5 starboard. Rather, if these are missile tubes, they are rather sizable. Another couple of 2 launchers, and they have anti-submarine launchers in the bow. Looks like a large surf detect radar. Of course, some turrets here. Again, some short-range AA there. Not sure what that helo is doing. I'd say that that helo should already be launched. Further turrets here, potentially self-defense instead of offense. And he's running away. Fast. Okay. Let's get ready for another torpedo attack. All ahead flank. Lost the Cresta. That goes to show how much noise that Cresta can make. Because even at almost 33 knots, I could still hear the guy. Now, I'm wondering how to kill off this ship. Because it's not going to be easy. Brake for ultra quiet, slow down to 5 knots. Let's listen in on the target. We re-established the Kotlin. Interesting. If this is accurate, then that Cresta 1 is coming at me at full speed. Oh yes. He is in fact doing just that. There he is. Now I am below the duct, so I should be able to... I stand corrected. I should be able to avoid being detected. I guess that didn't really work out. Alright, we're gonna try and make some aggressive maneuvers to come into his aft. Of Cresta re-established. Bearing 350. Cavitating. The problem is that this guy can just continue to outrun me any chance he gets. There he is. Give me torpedo tubes 1, 2, and 3. Go active, active, active. This is go... Damn it. Depth charges. Screw you, buddy, not your day. Tubes 1, 2, and 3 fired. All wires broke. And I think we fired them too close. The torpedoes are just not getting enough time to ascend. And that is going to cost me another hit. Still cavitating. Give me fire control fixed. Priority. Ah, shit. These things are starting to home in on me instead. That one might be different. More depth charges. Yeah, this sub is not going to be long for this world. Hit? Cresta 1 hit. Cresta 1 not dead. Fix the pumps. Fire controls back online. So far we've avoided the torpedoes. So far the torpedoes reacquired. Pumps repaired. Give me a knuckle. Hard port and starboard turn. Damn, we don't have enough speed yet. Further depth charges raining down. Surprisingly, not actually damaging the hull. Knuckle formed. How many noisemakers do I have left? 19. He's reacquired. Ugh, this is getting quite annoying. It definitely is challenging, these older weapons, because a Mark 48 and even a harpoon would have already killed that Cresta long ago. Torpedo required. Looked like he may have been distracted by the knuckle. I hope so anyway. He's snaking. Hang on. Has he detected something else? Bloody hell! No, he's just snaking. Circling now. Alright. Now, where are our targets? And how are we going to kill them? Okay, this thing apparently is not designed for 800 feet or greater. Wow! Not at all. I think I reached crush depth. I was thinking that was 1,000 feet deep, but apparently these subs from 1959 didn't quite do 1,000 feet. They got to 800 feet. And that's when they start to go really, really small. Anyway, that is the end of the 1968 playthrough, and I gotta say, I don't mind it. I'm actually happy to be able to go back to the submarines that I am comfortable with, the Los Angeles class. So, let me know what your thoughts are. I'm sorry if this thing was feeling a bit rushed, but I'm just not that good with these old torpedoes. I'm much more of a Cold War era guy with the 1984 to, let's say, 2005 class submarines. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for more videos.